back to another episode of Jeremy's Point of View. I'm pumped to talk with you guys today about Better Call Saul, Season 6, Episodes 1 and 2. They dropped last night. I was waiting with bated breath, and they were absolutely fantastic. I'm going to come right out and tell you guys, Episode 1 and 2 had me on the edge of my seat, had me there, and this is going to be another fantastic season of Better Call Saul. For me, Breaking Bad is, top 3 greatest shows ever made. Fantastic writing, fantastic acting, fantastic characters, fantastic villains. It's an absolutely stellar, across the board, A+ show. And I was discussing this with my wife last night, and I actually find that I think for me, Better Call Saul has nudged its way above Breaking Bad. I think in a lot of ways it's going to depend on how solid this entire final season is, how the show ends. But for me, this Better Call Saul journey has just been, I've absolutely loved it. From Season 1 all the way here to Season 6. I think Season 5 of Better Call Saul is the best it's gotten. It's amazing to me how Vince Gilligan and crew are able to take a show and make it fantastic from day one. But the way that they progress their shows, their seasons, it just gets better and better and better. Every season you don't think it could get better, and somehow they find a way to make it that much better. You're more invested in the characters. You're just 100% devoted in these storylines, who you're rooting for. Even the villains. I love Gustavo Fring. He is one of the best written villains ever in the history of TV, movies, anything across the board. Gustavo Fring is... tell me one that's better than him. Across Breaking Bad, he was fantastic, and he's even better in Better Call Saul. So obviously, Season 6 starts right where Season 5 left off. We've got Nacho on the run, trying to make his way north to the border to get out of Mexico. We've got Lalo, who is still alive and as dangerous as ever. In a lot of ways, Gustavo Fring is probably one of the best written villains, and he's absolutely terrifying in this calm, cool, collected, professional, but yet vicious manner. And Lalo Salamanca is the exact opposite of that and terrifying. He can be suave, he can be sophisticated, he can come across in this manner of a true sociopath. He has the ability to charm anybody, and yet at the same time, even the people he's having a conversation with are charming. At any moment, he could pull a knife out and cut your throat and burn your corpse. Lalo Salamanca is one of the most terrifying creations across the board as far as a villain. And he's played fantastically in this show. His storyline set up for this season, his vengeance, what is going to happen with that, the fact that a lot of people feel he is dead, and yet he is still alive, and he has a plan. And that plan, initially starting off and being pure vengeance. He is going to go and he is going to kill the Chicken Man, Gustavo Fring, until he places a phone call to Hector Salamanca. And there's a great back and forth on the phone in the episode where, he's got to do the alphabet and Hector's got to ring his bell so he can figure out what it is that Hector wants him to do, because Hector gets very upset when he says, he's just going to go kill the Chicken Man. So what he finds out is Hector tells him proof. You need to find proof. And thus, Lalo's entire journey goes from one of appearing like it's going to be pure vengeance and rage to a plan of capturing this proof to bring down Gustavo Fring. And from there, we see that his journey is going to take him after Nacho. And we've got Nacho, like I said, on the run. He is held up in a hotel room for the majority of these first 2 episodes. I'm going to try not to get too much into spoilers on things, but he is held up in that hotel room. The plan being that, the people he's on the phone with are going to try to get him over the border until he comes to realize there's somebody watching him in the building across the way. And it's very subtly done. I love the scenes of him in the hotel room. I love that he's keeping this eye, and he realizes after messing with the air conditioner that there's an air conditioner running across the way in this boarded up abandoned section of the hotel. And that is enough to pique his suspicions. He starts watching the little hole in one of the windows that's boarded up, and it takes some time and a lot of him just sitting there viewing it before he realizes somebody moves out of the way and some light comes through, and that gives him the hint that there's somebody watching him I won't go any farther than that, but I love Nacho's storyline for this season. I think Nacho's storyline is going to be one of the highlights of the entire show. Seeing him on the run, seeing him trying to escape. There's a great showdown with him at the hotel, and I won't get into anything more spoiler-wise, but it's fantastic. If you haven't watched it yet, highly recommend you do. Nacho's storyline is going to be a fantastic one this season. On the other hand, we've also got Jimmy and Kim's storyline. Their plan to basically set up Howard from HHM and make it appear like he is a coke addict. There's a ton of scheming between Saul and Kim on how to set this up, how to put this into people's minds. And it's where Better Call Saul does its greatest work, is within the storyline, the scheming of Jimmy, and the fact that we've come this far here in Season 6, and Kim is right there by his side, and she's just as good at this. You know, we've got Slippin' Jimmy, well now we got Slippin' Kim, and she is right in on this with Saul, and she finds that she is fantastic at this. There's a great scene, I won't get too far into it, with her and Jimmy at the end of episode 2, where they're confronting some characters from a prior season, and it's at their tax return office, and it's wonderfully done, and Kim really steals the show from Jimmy in that scene when it comes to blackmailing them and getting them to do what they want, to basically keep quiet after they use them and set them up. Ultimately, these first 2 episodes have done a fantastic job of setting up the final season. They have set us up with all these different plot threads and plot points in different areas and things that our characters are going to be doing, and I am pumped and excited to go on this journey for the final season of Better Call Saul. I can't wait to see where Nacho's storyline goes. Kim and Saul are at the peak of their scheming right now. They are really coming together in this fantastic way, but we ultimately know, especially from the opening shot of the show, you know, they're going to go down at some point. And a lot of us question what is going to happen to Kim. Kim was not in Breaking Bad. There was no mention of her. Also, I was very surprised here in the first 2 episodes, we did not get any scenes of Jimmy in the future, you know, holdout in Minnesota. I'm very excited to see where they go with that, but we did not get anything here in the first 2 episodes, so I'm curious to see if we'll get anything in the upcoming, or if maybe they're saving that for the second half of Season 6. I am pumped for the season. Please, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's start some discussion. I love the show. I know there's a lot of you out there that are super passionate about it. I got over 1,400 views on my Better Call Saul Season 6 trailer reaction, so I know this is something you guys are just as passionate about as I am. Let's get the discussion going. I will be back with more content on Better Call Saul. I will be keeping up with each season and each episode, and I will give you guys my reviews and my thoughts after each one. And I was also debating on doing a live chat for after some of the episodes. If you guys are interested in me doing a live chat, we could all come together. I can start scheduling them weekly, and we will do them after the episode airs on Monday nights. Let me know, and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Jeremy's Point of View. Until next time, peace.